Today we have a very exciting Clash of Clans video for you. We have two professional teams, Team Queso versus Cream ESports. They are battling each other in a 30-minute war, 5v5, so you are going to see every single attack back to back in this video. Let me know down in the comments who you are cheering for. Who do you think will win this epic matchup? But without further ado, let's dive into it. First up, here we go. We have Team Queso coming in to try and get the 3 stars. If you missed Team Queso versus Tribe Gaming on my channel, be sure to watch the video I will link at the end of this and subscribe, because we have more action from Team Queso coming in the upcoming days. We're starting out here with a queen charge straight into the base, funnel created fantastically, and the wall breakers just sneak inside alongside the rage spell to provide access, and she is already cutting out the area of the base. Notice the delayed deployment on the jump spell. She wouldn't have taken that anyway, so we might as well wait and get maximum benefit from it. The king at the very north able to take out the enemy king, and we have that stone slammer now able to directly target the multi-inferno, since the queen has created that pathing just about getting through the enemy CC there. Wanting to hold on to that queen's ability, she is able to reach the town hall. That was a change that came not so long ago in the update, whereby the queen was able to reach further, and any ranged troops for that matter. Enemy queen goes down. We now have 2 multi-infernos on the back end, but so much of the base taken out by this queen, and she is not done yet. She is going to move to that multi-inferno. The tornado trap at the north of the base not really causing any issues because the Giga Tesla was already down, but it does slow them balloons a little bit. And with Lalo, you do want maximum velocity, you want momentum, but this is looking very good for Team Queso. They smashed it with Lava Loon against Tribe Gaming, and look at the power they have moving to the final defenses here, using that haste spell to power through the remaining defenses, clean up troops everywhere, and what an opening to this war. Now guys, Cream ESports are the newest on the scene. What can they do in response to a 3-star to kick off here from Team Queso? They are in. We have Cream ESports in style, hoping to get it done. It looks like they are coming right back at Team Queso with a Lalo of their own. A couple of giants and hog riders aim to take out that archer tower, which really is difficult in terms of funneling, but a very successful job is done there with the wizards behind, and that will allow the queen into this bottom section where we have the multi, we have the enemy queen, the level 37 Grand Warden. Definitely a huge boost on offense and defense, and this may be the first time many of you are seeing Cream ESports in action. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Ooh, they just about save onto the queen there. That was super close. Wall breakers unfortunately went in each and every direction, so this is not going ideal. Not exactly what they would have wanted, as the healers are taking a lot of damage. Now the enemy CC and the enemy queen are going to go down here, but with no ability. All Style can do is let his queen fall to the ground, and ideally that multi really needed to go down. If you are attacking 3 multi-infernos with a Lalo attack, you are going to struggle. But remember, this is a 1 attack versus 1 attack format, so it is going to have to get the 2 stars secured, and that looks like it is going to be no problem. The Giga Tesla very much activated as the Lava Loon comes over the top. Still plenty of troops left in order to try and rack up percentage, but obviously the balloons took a huge amount of damage there, letting the slammer try and get through to the center, and at this point just trying to snipe off defenses on the outside of the base to then allow minions and the lava pups to try and clean up. Grand Warden's ability finally gets pressed just about got that wizard tower down, which could be important in terms of helping with a couple of extra percent. If he can take out the defenses here, it might allow cleanup down the bottom. I would be trying to bring wall breakers in to distract any of them defenses, whatever could happen, but it is going to be around about 70% here, not the end of the world. They do need to get a 3-star though, because Team Queso in that first attack came out and absolutely wrecked it. So the Grand Warden just trying to clean up. Level 35, definitely doing a lot more damage, but let's move out. The Grand Warden is going to go down, and 69% 2-star it is going to be, but Team Queso right back in here to try and clutch another 3-star, really put Cream Esports on the back foot. Now guys, in the upcoming days I am going to have more footage of Team Queso, of Tribe Gaming, of Cream Esports. They are all battling each other at Gamergy in Madrid. This is a live event, so all of these guys are there live right next to each other on stage attacking, and I would honestly love to be there, but very privileged to be able to bring you guys exclusive footage. The Queen goes down here. Is this going to be disaster for Team Queso? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure with the Hog Riders he can have a backup plan, but needs to try and get close to 50% so that the Town Hall can be activated and we can send the Hog Riders in. However, decides to send the Slammer in there with just some suicide hogs and activate the Giga Tesla from the Slammer. So very wise, in fact. The Hog Riders go through. The Grand Warden's ability is pressed. We are going to easily get the 50% here in terms of cleanup. Remember, Team Queso still very much in the lead here with that initial 3-star attack, and let's just see, without the Queen charge getting into the base, how much can they get? The Dragon remains alive, the Valkyries remain alive, but the Eagle artillery goes down, which means any cleanup troops on the outside of the base are going to be able to freely take out them buildings using anything and everything here to try and rack up percent. It's not going to be that high, but it is the 2-stars, and it is the stars that need to be secured on the board. What are we going to finish up on here, guys? I believe it's going to be around about 58% if this archer can hurry up. It might only be 57 as the attack ends, and what can Cream Esports do on response? Here we go, this is their opportunity. Golo coming in with another Lava Loon style attack. It does have the Queen charge initially, and you saw in that previous attack the risk involved. If your Queen goes down, it is very much attack over, but very much going to be trying to make sure that doesn't happen here. He will have very much seen that. How many times have I just said very much? I'm so excited. I hope you guys are as well, but he will be watching here that the Queen does not go down. Enemy CC has that poison spell on it. Some goblins, a dragon, a witch. The witch is not inside the poison spell, which is going to slow down this attack dramatically. The Archer Queen does press that ability to try and get through the dragon. She is caught on all of the skeletons. Dragon goes to the healers and just about able to save it. Incredible adaptation there to speed the Queen up, because if the dragon's got a single hit on them healers, it could have been disastrous, but very much rescued that part. Does commit a freeze onto the Archer Queen. Again, having transferable spells is very good in terms of being able to adapt. The Archer Queen does take down the enemy Queen, and now she's going to have a little bit of time to recuperate her health as the Lalo starts over by the Town Hall, but we are nowhere near 50% here. Got to hope that the balloons activate the Town Hall, or a Lava Pup. Anything does indeed get that pop from the Lava Hound, which activates the Town Hall. Definitely fortunate there. You've got to have that in mind. Are you going to have that Town Hall activated? Look at all of the clear buildings at the top that minions now come in on. Might have been worth putting them minions in a little bit earlier to get him towards that 51%. However, the Lava Pups got the job done as that Lava Hound moves over to the back end. Not going to have any tankage over there now with air skellies popping. It's all whether the Queen can step step up here and rescue the attack. Can she reach the multi-inferno? She decides to go through a wall. Literally, it does look like she is halfway through that wall. The balloons are going to go down here, and with 50 seconds left, it might be just a little bit too much for the queen here, but we've got a lot of minions and lava pups coming over. Can they help to take out these defenses quickly? The queen clinging on for dear life here, going to take out the archer tower. Then if she can get the cannon, we might be okay, but with 32 seconds remaining, we need these minions and lava pups to do something here to help the queen. Cream Esports are going to tie this up and indeed take the lead over Team Queso. Wow, I can't believe that with the issues to that queen charge initially, they managed to come through and pull this one home, and with the better attack due to Team Queso struggling on that previous one, they now take the lead in terms of total destruction, 2% ahead, not a massive margin, but let's see if Team Queso can come back with another 3-star. Rigor Torres is in. You've seen against Tribe Gaming. He was just blasting it. 3 stars after 3 stars. I would love to get some of these guys on the channel as well to just discuss some of the experiences of esports, what it is like being at these events, and some of their tips to help you guys. Again, be sure to leave a like if you enjoy these 5v5 formats. I love them. I love recapping them. I love the energy of them, and I hope you guys enjoy them as well. A couple of Hog Riders sneak in there to help take out some defenses. Also distract the king for just that little bit, able to take that out, but now we have the Lava Hound, which is going to be a little bit of an issue in terms of time here, but we are seeing Lalo and Hog Rider attacks coming back into the meta. We've seen a lot of them, and they do look very stylish when they do work. Some of my favorite attacks in order to watch. The king and that wizard over on the right hand side. Again, the king, he does a lot of tanking, so just having a high damage troop with him in that of a wizard can really help out. Struggled with the wall breakers there, trying to wait anything to get in towards that town hall, but it's not going to happen. Recognizes that, so decides to just leave it and let the queen go around, clear the defenses, assumably going to send the slammer to that area, but the air sweeper might indeed prove a little bit troublesome unless we do use the slammer down here with the queen in order to help, and then you send the Hog Riders to the town hall. Let's see how Rigor Torres does indeed adapt here as the queen continues to walk around the base. We are at 1 minute and 30, so sometime relatively soon we're going to have to start with the Hog Rider portion, or we might struggle with a time fail. Wall wrecker it is that gets changed and bringing into that town hall. Very smart. Again, all of these guys at the professional level will have every single siege machine cooked up, ready to swap out at any moment, because that is how you can adjust your attack. The queen in the center there is going to be an issue for the Hog Riders, though. No skeleton spell in order to try and take that down. As the heal spell comes in, the Grand Warden is boosting the Hog Riders, but it's probably not going to be enough as they are taking major damage, and we also have a Tesla farm to deal with on the back end. No heal spell left, but having to commit to them early. If you know the 3-star is out of the window, commit early. Make sure you are healing them troops to get maximum percentage done. There's no job in healing just a couple of Hog Riders at the end of the raid. Heal maximum of them. Team Queso getting a 73% 2-star, probably still behind here because Cream Esports do have the attack in the bag to come back. So we are at the halfway mark here in terms of time, in terms of attacks done, and make sure that you do subscribe to the channel and turn on that notification bell, because in the coming days we have more of Cream Esports, more of Tribe Gaming, Team Queso versus the best in the community as well, live at this event in Madrid. But starting out here, Cream Esports really trying to get a 3-star and put themselves massively in the lead against Queso. So starting out with an E-drag, which does get a good amount of damage over to that side, helps to set up that funnel. Didn't really take too much in the way of defenses, but sometimes it can be an effective way of creating the funnel. King does come in alongside the queen, waits until the king is pretty much going to go down before deploying the healers. You do not want the healers going after the king. They will be deeper into the base. There is more chance of them taking damage, but unfortunately the coconut loon did not successfully set off the black bomb due to the delayed deployment in the healers. They were further into the base and did lose one of them. The clan castle troops are going down here. A rage spell onto the queen, definitely getting what he wanted at this point, but the queen is taking a lot of damage, does have to use that ability, not what he would have wanted, but has to be done in order to get through them troops. The jump spell is used to push her forward towards that town hall, but with only one more rage spell and the healer down, it's definitely going to be difficult here. Using that rage early on as she is taking fire from the expos. Notice the one at the north attracted onto the healers, starts the hog riders already because he knows the healers are taking damage. They're going to go down. The queen is not going to last too much longer, but again, town hall not activated here. Massive damage to the hog riders. Heal spell is used, but it's not enough. The queen stepping up there is going to hopefully get the town hall here for him, or it could be disaster. Does heal the hog riders. I would have debated healing the healers there, but took a risk, healed the hog riders and got it done, and it is going to be enough just to secure that 2 stars for Cream Esports. What a hairy moment that was. If the 1 star comes in, it could be the end of any of these clans. The Eagle Artillery is still activated, so it is going to slowly chip away at these troops, but thankfully the Grand Warden, not in any danger in the middle with the healers, is going to just tank the Eagle Artillery whilst we have troops on the outside slowly cleaning up. That is going to move up that percentage, but I do think that after this attack, it puts Queso back into the driving seat here, because I think overall percentage might just be in their favor. But let's have a look after this one, getting close to 64% it is going to be. Let's have a quick look, but we have another live attack. It looks like it didn't quite update, and we will just find out at the end. There's only 10 minutes left and a few attacks. Then you will know who wins outright. Team Queso, can they get a 3-star and really put themselves back in the lead here? We know they've got the talent. We know they can do it. Using that wall wrecker very nicely, very quickly alongside the queen here. Has to get that wall open before the queen gets around to that area. The king's ability is going to have to be popped here to try and get these buildings out the way and ensure the queen is drawn in. The CC troops actually do him a favor here. That is going to pull the queen further into the base. So now the king's ability is popped. Unfortunate on the giant bomb on the outside, because the barbarians can really help you get so much more value. Ice Golem doing fantastic to get the multi-inferno at the far side there as well. Queen is going to go down, still has that ability. She is charging forward, and the jump spell is presumably going to be used to access the Eagle Artillery. There it is, making sure not to open up the compartments to the left, because that could draw the queen there. However, going to have to be quick on the hog riders here as well, because the healers are taking damage. I don't think he expected that. Actually drives the hogs in towards the eagle. Definitely not what I was expecting. I thought he might have brought them into this multi to try and save the healers. The queen does get across and get it, but it's just not in enough time as the healers go down. However, the queen got the value that was needed. Massive value from the bottom. Going to get a mortar before going off. Grand Warden's ability helping the hogs through that gigabomb, and there is plenty of them left. Unfortunately, no poison spell in order to take down the skeletons. They charge through here. Only 1 splash damage defense remaining. I think he's in with a good chance here. Has cleanup troops around with 1 minute left. Giant bomb does go off, which is a little bit of an issue, but this is going to be a 3-star for Team Queso, guys. So if you put down in the comments Team Queso for the win, if you were cheering them on, they are back in the driving seat following that first attack. Cream Esports need to now come back with a response, get another 3 stars, but we've seen it. That Lalo attack was incredible, and these wars really do shape up to highlight the best in Clash. We have seen some amazing attacks in the previous days. Let's see what Cream Esports can do on response. 3 attacks remain and they are in. They need the 3-star now. It doesn't matter about percentage anymore. They've got to tie up the stars unless Team Queso were to get a 1-star. But let's see what's happening. We are going to see the P.E.K.K.A. Bobat here. We haven't seen as much of it recently, but it looks like towards the back end it might be difficult. Could get ice golems onto the wizard towers though, which could be helpful as he does have one in the army composition. The Lava Hound and the archers pulled across here to the heroes. He's pushing everything in, which is interesting. Normally you would see the king around the outside of the base, and the reason for that is you do not want the king stealing the healers. You want the healers on the P.E.K.K.A.s. P.E.K.K.A.s tend to group up and the healers will heal all of them, whereas the king can charge ahead, especially with that ability, and leave your P.E.K.K.A.s vulnerable. But let's see how this one works. He's got good momentum coming through here. Again, the healers will follow them troops at the middle. The queen is going to go down. The eagle artillery is going to go down. Big velocity coming through here, but as you can see, the healers are... where are they? They're on the king still. Looks like they are healing some of the P.E.K.K.A.s there as well, and assumably the bats are going to come in from this side whilst they are being tanked in terms of that wizard tower. A lot to still go down here. 3 freeze spells though could be enough. What is going to happen here? Maybe he's coming in from the left hand side, could easily freeze the multi and the wizard tower, but no, does indeed come in from that other side. Swoop ahead of your troops and try and help to take them down. He's lost the healers, so it is a good job now that the bats come through using that freeze onto the multi. There is the ice golem. Is it going to be in time here? Oh, it is. It is going to be in time. I thought that the bats might have just got clipped by that wizard tower, but it is perfect. Going to have another freeze onto the wizard tower and the multi-inferno. He's still got one in the bag. Has to use that early. Still a couple of defenses to get through here. So the multi-inferno is probably going to become back active, and it is not going to be helpful here. With 50 seconds remaining, the queen down, it's not going to happen for them. A valiant effort. Had the bats have just got that little bit more, they might have been able to do it, but the healers go down, and with the P.E.K.K.A.s having to get through the walls onto them defenses, unfortunately they are not going to have the time and probably not even have the strength either. But let's see what percentage they can get. Remember, Team Cream Esports have 2 attacks, so they still have 1 more after this, and if they get a high percentage, we know they are probably in the lead on percentage. They can certainly still nick this at the end, so they need a defense on the next attack against Team Queso. If Team Queso get a 3-star, they have won this matchup. This one is just a friendly. The matches between Tribe Gaming and Team Queso was a best of 3, but in the coming days you're going to see this match. You are going to see Tribe and Cream Esports. You are going to see the best of the community. Looking at percent, it is Team Queso just about in the lead, so anything can happen here, but Cream Esports need that 3-star in order to get it done. Here we go, guys. This could be the end of this war. If Team Queso get the 3 stars, then they take victory. If not, they need to get a high percentage, because if Cream Esports get the 3 stars, that is obviously 100%, and that will drive them ahead of Team Queso. So it really comes down to this attack. Such a precious attack this is going to be, and let's see if they can get it done. Using the queen over to the left as the king and them other troops help to create the funnel over on the right. Does have the hog riders in here, and we are going to drive the queen into one of them multis. Again, you've got to open up and take out one of the multis if you're coming in with a mass style attack. Does have a jump spell as well, but only 2 heal spells for the hog riders, so clearly trying to get good value from the queen here, trying to come in and take out some of them defenses, which might help. Sets off the tornado trap, which is going to definitely be helpful moving forward towards that town hall. And the queen continues to come in here, has 2 P.E.K.K.A.s which have stolen the healers. They have stole them, so as they move around the base, not ideal for his queen here. Activates the town hall, so going to be able to get the 2 stars, but with the queen not quite able to get as much damage, going to press the ability Get the Eagle Artillery, hopefully get the enemy queen here. Is it going to happen? Yes, of course it is going to happen. That is massive. If she were to take that multi, it would have looked a whole lot better. However, definitely going to be more troublesome as we move through. Hog Riders with that increased bonus from the Grand Warden do indeed get through that, and we have more trickling in to try and drive them onto the multis very quickly, but no heal spells left. It is all about percentage at this point. Going to use that final rage spell to try and drive them through past the king so he doesn't do too much damage onto these defenses. Gets a good split on the Hog Riders, which is good. Whilst they are under rage, they will take down the defenses quickly. It is going to be close, but they're just not going to have enough to get it done here. Had plenty of troops to try and get that percentage up, look, in terms of balloons sneaking in to allow the goblins to try and get percentage. So it is going to be close to 90%. Is it going to be enough? If Cream Esports get the 3 stars, that will drive them ahead on percent, and it will tie it up in terms of stars. So irrespective of percent now, it all comes down to the final attack. Cream Esports, if they get the 3, they win the war. A valiant effort either way, and a very intense war. So it comes down to this 94%. Imagine if the healers had not gone onto the Peckers and had stayed on the Queen. It might have given them what was needed. 84% total destruction for Team Queso, but let's see if Cream Esports can get it done. Here we go. Remember, a 3-star will give you 20%, so this will knock them to 85% and give them the victory. It is miners that are going to be used, so a single P.E.K.K.A comes in here. Interesting, to try and help create that funnel, but with the 2 Teslas, might not get the value that was hoped for here. Is going to just about get that Archer Tower, but the Teslas could still be a little bit troublesome, but it's not really going to draw the Queen. It is going to move the pathing of the Slammer though, trying to get that straight onto the multi, and essentially he is going to lose an Ice Golem from the mix here, so not what was wanted. Freezes the enemy Queen for a little bit, but again, not ideal. We'd want the Queen over there now in order to take her out prior to any of this happening, but with a Lava Hound in the CC, it might work out okay. We don't want to be battling the Queen and the Lava Hound at the same time. Minion comes in at the back there in order to try and take out the pups and protect the healers. Looking good here as we move forward. Still have the jump, which can access so much. Look, the jump in this compartment allows him forward to the Eagle, to the Town Hall, able to reach anything, but actually decides to move left. Miners are going to be coming in towards the Town Hall here. Does create that funnel very nicely, in fact. Definitely the right move. Queen gets stuck on the Skellies. She is able to turn and get the Queen, and just about going to get that multi down quick enough in order to protect the healers. This looks good, guys. I'd have liked to have seen the King in a little bit quicker. Miners could be lost to the side here, but let's just see. We have a straight path for them coming through. Queen is going to go down. Had she have got that Expo, that could have been huge moving through. How many miners will be lost? Probably going to press that King's ability relatively soon to get through here, but there is a wizard tower and potentially a giant bomb there as well, which is not ideal for the king and his barbarians as they come forward. Not a giant bomb. They're going to continue creating that funnel. Miners get through the Giga Tesla, but there's not a whole stack of them left towards the back end of the base because we now have 0 spells left. This is going to be a nightmare in terms of wizard towers, multi-inferno, bomb towers. There is a lot to get through there. I just don't think there is going to be enough. No healers, but let's just see what happens. We have one loon, which could probably not really do much with that air defense there. Plenty of miners left up, but there is going to be a lot of damage. I have seen this taken down with miners before, or a similar setup anyway, so definitely a good attack and promising, but it is going to start to stall out towards the end. Is it going to be enough? Miners very low on health, and the multi-inferno is shredding them. It's going to be incredibly close, but with that extra star, it looks like victory is going to go to Team Queso. A valiant effort by Cream Esports, and there we have the 87%, leading us to the final where Team Queso win this one 12-11. Make sure you stay tuned. We have lots more from both of these clans in the coming days, but if you do want to see the ultimate recap from Team Queso versus Tribe Gaming, be sure to check it out now. All of the 3 stars in one video. It is going to be linked on your screen, but that wraps it up for this one. Until next time, peace out.